Hey, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakadash.
Rakakadash.
Want to give double honors to the elders, the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel of God, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. For the Akim here, GMSKC, man, we just doing a little quick live stream titled Isaiah 32 will come to pass. As we know that we're in a time of judgment and all hell breaking loose. And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, is getting ready to send his judgments upon the four corners. All right, and Isaiah 32 is going to play a big part in you women humbling down to the men of the Lord because you've been, so to speak, liberated, and now you're settled upon your lees. All right, you've been liberated and you've been given the liberty to do and God abroad as you please. So through the Spirit, man, all hell is getting ready to break loose, and the Lord, He's getting ready to make us stand on the earth once again by the name of Allah Shaja, which means terrible demon-like energy. You know, so through the Spirit, man, it's time for you to humble down and give it this program, or the Lord will judge you. Okay, so anybody's got any precept, and just kick it off with that. Matter of fact, kick it off with Isaiah 32:1, since we in there. Just start at verse 1. And hold on, Slocky. If any brother can hear us, give a con on the comment board. If you can't hear us, then say la'ah.
So Isaiah 32:1, right?
Yeah, con.
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah 32, verse 1. It says, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment.
Mm-hmm. And who was those princes?
That's the elect.
That's
The
right.
prophet.
Starting with the first. That's right. Starting with the election first. Who is the king?
That will go into Yahweh Shai.
That's right. You keep going.
God. I'll read on a little bit further here. In verse 2, it says, A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Now, a good example of that scripture is if brothers have seen I am not I am legend, but the book of Eli. And the Lord gave him the spiritual power. And hey, you had a lot of men that was in civil war in that day, but he was like the man that was like the man of the man. You know, he was of the elect, so to speak. Because out of all the shit that was happening in that day, that woman, she wanted to gravitate towards him because she saw that strength. You know, so it's going to be a distinction between a man and the men of the Lord in that day. Because typical men out here, they're going to be wiped out because they're not going to deal with the adversity that's happening on the planet Earth. Okay, go ahead, bro.
God. It says, A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And
That's
the
right.
eyes, Salaki, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, Slocky. Keep going. My bad.
Okay. And it says, And the eyes of them that shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken.
That's right. It
And
says the ears of them that hear shall hearken. Why? Because the scriptures say, in the day of thy power, thy people should be willing. And when they're seeing that brothers are with spiritual powers raising the dead, they're seeing brothers perform different miracles and fending off martial law troops, people are going to see a special spirit within us. You know, they're going to understand, like, wow, these are the men that was outcast and ostracized for their belief. Well, they're going to see us eating, drinking, you know what I'm saying, being content with the judgment that's happening. Because the scriptures also say that wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time. So when they see that, they're going to like, wow, they're going to be amazed at it. Like, wow, we want to know the truth now, you know. But for the most of them people, it's going to be too late because, you know, we've been out here on the highways and the byways, starting with the apostles, damn near from their elders over 40 years. Apostle Tahar, 37, 38 years or something like that. Brothers 15, 20, 10, 7, 5. So there's no excuse. Okay.
come. That's right. And it says, The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammers shall be ready to speak plainly.
Keep going.
And it says, The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful.
Right,
For
man,
the
because vile, like if you look up the word vile is like detestable or something that just like not desired. Like Esau, he's a vile person, he's a beast. And you got it says should be called no more liberal because like this is a matter of fact, not aristocratic, but this is a Epicurean type society. Do as thou wilt. Everything is liberated. Everything can go on in wickedness, with excessiveness, like the whole H agenda, since Obama left office, these people have been popping up left and right. You know what I'm saying? So these things that's coming is going to put an end to all that because these are the Heavenly Father's judgments, you know?
Yeah. Can I read that in the NLT as well? Because it gives a nice breakdown in the NLT.
What?
It says, for that verse says, Isaiah 32:5 says, in that day, ungodly fools would not be heroes. Scoundrels would not be respected. And that's basically the Lord is what transferring the power. See, like, people that are at the top right now are the most wicked, vile, disgusting individuals, man. Dudes that sell their soul and do all kind of secret rituals behind the scene. They're the ones called, they're the ones esteemed, called celebrities. But the Lord is going to take that away. That's why I said they shall no longer be called heroes, because it's going to be what the elect and Yahweh Shai getting the glory for what's going on in the earth.
That's right. It put me in a mindset like if you look at MMA, these are all men that so-called renowned men in Babylon due to their body strength, But like when the brothers always talk about, we always talk about that these particular mighty men are not going to equate to nothing in that day. Your firefighters, your cops, your top martial artists like Wesley Snipes, Michael J. White, they're going to be made to be looking like women in that day. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High said that he chose the weak to confound the wise of this world, which we represent the weak. Just want to add that in there.
Hey, on that, did you get the definition of scoundrel, Uriah? Because I think he read it in the NLT.
You said scoundrel?
Yeah.
God.
Just want to see what it says.
The definition of a scoundrel: a dishonest or unscrupulous person, a rogue.
Hey, don't that describe most of the women we deal with in Babylon, man? But what it say in that NLT? Can you read that?
That's true.
Oh, I'm on. You got it.
Oh, you said what?
Yeah, read it back in the NLT.
You read the precept in the NLT. It mentioned the word scoundrel.
In that day, this is Isaiah 32:5. It says, in that day, ungodly fools will not be heroes. Scoundrels will not be respected.
Yeah. That's a cut too, man.
Yeah.
But keep on reading, bro. You can keep going. Y'all, what's up, bro? You got it.
Yeah. This is verse 6. It says, the vile person will speak vainly, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry. He will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
God.
And it says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. Even when he needy speaketh right.
So go back up to verse 6, man, and y'all brothers, y'all can break it down. Starting at verse 6. Whoever the spirit hop on and break it down.
God. So I'll read again. So it says, for the vile person will speak villainly, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. So that the vile person, the most wicked of these people, are going to continue to speak more evil. The vile person, Esau, Edom, is going to continue to do so, or just wicked niggas or wicked people in general. Their heart says work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. So they try to pretend like there's something that they're not. Try to say, hey, they're just good, they're just good people, and they believe in this and that of standing up for something that's right. But truly, on the inside, there's nothing but evil.
Yeah.
And it says,
slacky.
Go ahead, Ak.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because it say to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, especially when this man brings out the chip, man. Because now this man is starting to call himself the creator. He's starting to see himself as the Most High and start to move as the Most High, and that's straight hypocrisy, man. Because he's a creation. He's a creation acting like the fucking creator, man.
Yeah, Khan. If I could,
It's like, I need to cut you off.
bring that scripture out.
Oh, you good?
Because when it says he's no longer going to be called liberal, that's basically what we see is this sect of what you call politics is liberalism, and they always are under this guise of trying to do right by Jake. They're trying to get the voting block of Jake, but really what they're speaking is a bunch of hypocrisy and lies because they've never done anything for you, you know. And that's the most sinister. That's the most sinister piece of this place, you know. They're gonna make up things about like you got to get the what to work to go into restaurants, you know, and it's gonna disproportionately affect Jake, you know.
Yeah, that's speaking villainly. What did it say? Villainy.
Yeah.
You speaking like
Villainy.
a fucking. You can't even sit down to have a fucking meal without showing that you have chemicals in your body, man. What kind of bullshit is that?
Right.
Slocky, man.
And we seeing that with this whole scamdemic, you know, this devil E, all that he's been speaking is lies. And the moment you come out and make corrections, like look at the YouTube guidelines. Look speak on YouTube. You can't say nothing about the herbs. You can't say nothing about
Right.
You can't say nothing about the true nature of the Most High, how he's judging these people. Because what? It's
Right,
called hate speech. You put it under that umbrella of hate speech. He's giving false labels to things that are true. Because what we talk about is not just hate. What we talk about, we actually teach in life. Because Yahweh Shai said, my words out. The words that we speak, how you enter into life. But then you got Esau and all these people being deceived, believing all these different false doctrines and lies. That's why people you go to the store, they wearing a mask. That's why they take that thing, that juice venom. It's because of the lies, the churlishness of this devil. Because Esau is really the centerpiece when it comes to wickedness.
That's right. God, he is the scriptures say that the Most High have given over to the hands of the wicked. He is the wicked. And also, when we mention in you know what and the CHIP, you got to make sure you abbreviate that because Esau been tripping on them strikes lately too. So, but what the brother said, the scriptures say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So it makes sense that everything that the Most High set up in righteousness, Esau is going to try to mimic it on the left hand side. That's where you got this whole metaverse about, like this whole metaverse and this metropolis, which metropolis goes back to Mother City, which proves that this society is built up for women. That's why women are comfortable in the stead they're in, working 9 to 5 jobs. Like that one chick that the brother did a video on earlier this week. She was making 2 bands a week. And now she said that when she's done paying her bills, she's only got like $30 left to her name. You see what I'm saying? So call Allah Yahweh Shimi Hawashai, man, because hey, these proud faces are getting ready to be humbled in a minute. It's just because she said I was making $2,000 a week, $2,000 a week, and since inflation hit, which women they're careless with money, so she making 2 racks a week, that's $8,000 a month. She probably got an apartment every bit of $3,500 a month instead of being smart and kind of managing that money. Then you want to send your kids to private school, which is probably another $300-400 a month, if that, probably more. Then you got the newest fashion. You got a 2021 paying $600 a month. And it's stupid, man.
Credit cards.
Oh yeah.
Because verse 6 also says to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the strength of the thirsty to fail. So that's the reason why you can make $2,000 a week and still be struggling to make rent, basic things, food and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That shit is draining.
Like prices on everything, man. Because in the ancient world, you didn't have to pay for fucking water. You can go, you can dig a well on your land.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. Food.
We gotta actually drink fucking bottled water. man. What kind of shit is that? That's a renewable resource. The Lord sends water on the land every couple days.
Mm-hmm.
You got to actually pay for it. What kind of shit is that, man? With
Right.
it's his mental condition. These people just view himself as a creator, man.
Right.
Mhm.
He's giving that to you in plastic and shit, you know.
Yeah. God. That's why this man got to go.
And Jake,
But
the amount of money we generate in this society, if any brother has a job, the amount of money you make versus how much money you make for that company, they should be paying you at least 10, 20 times more than what you actually make.
Right.
Then you're doing them a service. But this is a capitalistic society because the bottom line is the money.
yeah, it's a monarch. But anyway, read the next. Keep going.
Con. This is the book of Isaiah 32:7 says, "The instruments of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak right."
Oh
And
man,
said,
the JAB. You know what I'm saying? The JAB. What he's promoting. Everybody go down there. It's free. You know, ain't nothing in the world free. So what make you think E is gonna offer you some righteousness for free, man? Like if you look at all the fast food restaurants, you got a McDonald's on every corner. That's cheap food. That's you can get to that easily. You think Whole Foods is gonna be free? Hell no. Nah. So what make you think that this whole JAB has something to do with your health? And that's why it says destroy the poor with lying words, because Jake went down there and voted for Biden, mainly the nigga woman. Because if you look at the voting polls, majority of them were women of color.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Jake wasn't going around goddamn polls and voting, man. And if Jake did go down there, it's because his woman wanted him to come with her, but Jake wasn't fucking voting down there.
Right.
And it says, even when it needy, speak it right. And we're speaking right. We're saying, look, come out of this beast, worship Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, come back to the commandments, stop committing adultery, stop living your life in sin and be upright with the Lord. But hey, we getting flagged, like the brother said earlier. Our videos are getting flagged for speaking on this. We can't go into the herbal remedies. We can't say anything about the alphabet boys or the 3-letter words down in Atlanta. If you mention that, they flagging, And another thing of hypocrisy is this. Like if you pay attention to some of these other YouTube accounts outside of the truth, they're able to freely speak on certain information without getting flagged. Like I've seen the C19 videos up for damn near a year and a half on other channels that's exposing shit and ain't getting clipped. It even boils down to our comments when we saying certain shit. Like if we say anything that's derogatory from their standpoint, like if we say bitch or hoe or slut, they won't allow those comments to pop up. Meaning that all our channels are red flag, man. Every brother in GMS, your channel is being targeted by Esau.
Right.
Yeah, the nigga woman, she could talk about the rice grain.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I got an email this morning saying YouTube took down a video about the Quran from over a year ago, man.
Yeah, and they getting kind of slick with it. They saying, "Yo, we pulling your video, but you didn't know, so we're not gonna give you a strike." I'm like, okay, well, just pull all the videos down if that's the case.
Right.
Yeah. And speaking on that verse 7, because this man is so wicked, is like when it say destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak is right. So you basically, this man is saying, like, how dare you complain about the conditions you in? How dare you complain about fucking violence in your hood? How dare you complain about, there's no unity amongst your people? He just wants you to just sit there and take it, man. But the Lord put the spirit on the elect, man, to actually stand up and make a stance. So that's why they have to use them lying words, because everything we say is facts. So these people have to come up with slander campaigns, to discredit us and the message.
Oh yeah, like homeboy that plowed his vehicle through the Christmas parade. Found out he was a real nigga though. He was a demon, man. He had all types of charges. He was fucking had statutory charges against him, man. Fucking tipped him, all types of shit. He was a real nigga, So, but it's still wicked how Esau portrayed that narrative of him being a black Hebrew Israelite. You see how he spent the narrative real quick. The nigga could have been a militant Christian. Why you ain't say that?
But you can't say It's funny because Fox News was they had something to say about everyone calling Kyle Rittenhouse a white supremacist, but they're the first ones to say that this dude was racist.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So now all of a sudden in 2021, white supremacy don't exist, but you got niggas that are racist. And they're the problem. How the hell is a nigga? How the hell is a nigga problem, man? I don't get it. What do niggas really have the power to do? It's just Esau.
Right. They can't do nothing.
He understands our birthright, which that's our real power the Lord gave to us.
Right.
The hegemony over the entire planet is what's promised to us. You know?
Right.
God. Go down to verse 8, brother.
God. This is Isaiah 32, verse 8. It says, "But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand."
That's right. Because when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's going to give us true liberty, man. All right. We don't know what it's like to be liberated from the curses. You know, brother said that once the curses are liberated, our talents are going to be limitless. We're going to be able to just conjure up thoughts and ideas and prosperity just out of nowhere. Because the commandments, man, and that's why Esau tries so hard to keep us away from that commandment or the Most High, because he knows that keeping those commandments, it says keep the commandments and live, it reaps blessings, man. But we got to be reprogrammed, all right, because we've been going off. Therefore, we are subjected into decay and sin, all right. But when Yahweh Shai makes his return, then hey, everything is going to be put back in order. So we're going to be the true liberals on the planet Earth just in a short while, okay, because the signs have been around us, the blood moon, that's a sign that dictates the end of this place. Next day, this guy Rittenhouse get acquitted, man. You know, so things are getting ready to pop off, which is going to set up verse 9 when it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye killers' daughters, give ear to my speech." Now, who's the speech of the Most High? Who does the Most High speak to on the planet Earth?
Prophets.
Right. All right. Somebody give me Luke 1:7, and somebody give me Hosea 12:10. Real quick, just to solidify that point, because we're not just regular men just talking to you because we feel like it. The Spirit is on us to go out there and prophesy and let our people know what's going to happen. You know, we're not young Dolph or King Von. We're not men of renown, so to speak, as those men. So we're not highly esteemed. But it's okay because, hey, who wants to be highly esteemed in the mouth in a sight of a fool anyway? You know, because being want to be validated by the 2/3, that means that you don't trust in Yahweh Shai too. You know, because why you need their validation for? They're gonna die. You know.
You say Luke 1 and what?
70.
This is Luke 1 verse 70, and it says, well, let's read 68. It says, "Blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began."
That's right. So the Most High is speaking through the men you see out there on the highways and the byways, man, week in and week out, through the rain, sleet, and snow, not taking breaks. That's who the Lord's dealing with. Because the Lord's not dealing with the slothful business that you other Israelites are putting out there. All right. So, brother, you got that Hosea 12?
I'll grab it real quick.
Yeah, grab it. Hosea 12:10, and we're going to get back to Isaiah 32:9. Finish.
It's a little bit more. It says, Luke 1 and 70, I'm just finishing it off. It says, "As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us."
That's right. Your part. It says from all the hand that hates us. So at the same time, we're preaching this is going to be destroyed, but it's a deliverance as well. We're going to be delivered via what they consider spaceships, but we know them as the chariots of the Lord that you people scoff at. You got Esau setting up task force out of the Pentagon and the CIA to further investigate so-called UFOs when they know that those are clearly the angels of the Lord. You know, but they using that false narrative and that false information to spin you people to keep you on a loop so you don't know what's going on. You know?
That's right.
This Hosea 12 and 10 says, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied the visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
Right, a similitude is basically like when you could use a scenario where you could take a particular word or something and it means something else. Similitude, like, you know, if you say one particular word and I say another one and it comes together, that's a similitude. So the Lord multiplied the divisions through the different visions that men have seen.
Yeah.
And that's why we, like, if you look at Luke, Mark, John, those particular chapters in the gospel, a lot of them is saying the same thing. They just reword it differently because they're different accounts, but the same event.
Yeah.
You know, but he says he spoke through the prophets. So to validate what we're saying in Isaiah 32, rise up, you women that are at ease. This is the Lord telling you to rise up, man. You know, because you had this chick by the name of Cardi B. I guess she's trying to look for defamation because I guess one of her followers said that she gave the nigga herpes or some shit. Now she's trying to file a defamation suit saying that that's being defamed, but you wouldn't have to file a defamation suit if you wouldn't be in a damn slut. You know what I'm saying? Why would you file defamation when you were a damn whore? That's stupid, man. So it's just like you people don't want to get called out for your fucking wickedness.
Yeah, they ain't filing they ain't saying the same things for the women that be covered up. You know what I'm saying? With, you know, the Islamic women, they don't say nothing about them because they actually modest the terror.
Right.
That's right. But go to verse 9, bro.
This is the book of Isaiah 32, verse 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
Yep, y'all got it, man.
Yeah.
You know, so
Speaking about the destruction of this infrastructure, there's not gonna be no Amazon to your house orders that these off of. You know what I'm saying? The women order
Fashion Nova.
eyelashes from Amazon.com, man.
Yeah, kind.
You get none of that shit because the Lord is about to shut all that shit down.
Right.
Man, the and think about all the things that women rely upon, which are product of men actually going to work every day, like their electricity, like how trucking industry gives food to their fucking local Walmart. When all that shit ceases, that's when these women that are so out of order and carefree about what we got to say or what anyone else has to say, they're going to start having their eyebrows up, listening. Oh, you said such and such. Oh, you say what now? That's the attitude they're going to be in. They're going to be much more. See how women are mostly vocal now? They're going to be much more audio based instead of being vocal. They ain't going to be saying shit because they're going to need food, protection, resources, man. And that's what the Lord is setting up because that is the order of the planet. Is man is over woman. But we see that Esau through making life so easy, he got these women thinking they the shit. But they're not gonna think that way pretty soon.
Yep. That's why this chapter start off by going into the elect. It start off by going into the men that are going to be the covering cast, the men that are going to be the most precious things on this planet Earth, because everything else is going to get weak, man. These niggas in the world going to get weak. Obviously, we know these women going to get weak, and even these fucking Edomites, they already weak, man. So if this truth ain't in you, like we mentioned, Book of Eli, bro, you what can you do?
Stick a fork in her, she's done.
Right.
Yeah.
Go to verse 10. Unless you want to add in on that.
It says, well, go back up, you know, it says, hear my voice, you careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. So I mean you should be listening. A lot of you women don't want to listen. You want to speak before listening. You can't just close your mouth and then accept the correction of the Heavenly Father, man. And he does that through the prophets. So the scriptures give you a whole list on how to act. I mean, you go in the book of Proverbs, 10:31, it really goes into that. You know, the guidelines are there. So because you didn't listen, verse 10 is going to happen. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
All right, hey, somebody pull that in the NLT version real quick and read that, because it's going to tell you exactly what it is. Because like, what's today, right? They call this shit Happy Turkey Day, right? Which this is what they consider the doctrine of discovery, which this guy Vocab pushes. He pushes this doctrine, Calvinism, pillaging, rape, robbery, and murder. And then you got our people that's celebrating this. All I heard yesterday was, make sure you have a nice Thanksgiving, boy. You know, I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, all right, you know, y'all too. You know, you got to be stupid, but how long we got to suffer that? Because black woman, man, I was listening to the radio. She said that she was mad because KCP&L cut her lights off, and she started cooking 2 days ago. So it's like, come on, man. Like, when you people gonna wake up and know that this shit ain't for you?
Volley.
Black woman going volley, bro.
Eat tonight.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That Thanksgiving feast, that's part of the harvest. Niggas on turkey, the pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, all that shit. Jake eat nice tonight, but it's gonna be one of these years coming around where you niggas not gonna have shit.
Right.
Lord's will it be next year. Hey, they talking about a dark winter. Hey, we ain't even in winter yet, for real. It's just November, man. Shit happened quick.
Right.
So,
Lord's will does too, man. Lord's will, because these people got to feel the fear of the Yahweh Shai. These people done got comfortable, man. Mad comfortable.
Yeah. I had a quick recap if I could on that.
yeah, you got it out.
So Ezekiel 7:23 says, make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. Wherefore will I bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. And I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled.
Yep.
Yeah, Con. And if I may add, man, like, it's just reading through this chapter, it's like a domino effect of what the Lord is doing. You see how he's waking up the elect. He speaks about the elect being the covert, and then it goes into Esau being exposed, the woman being humbled. All this shit is like triple entendre happening at the same time. And this is the exact time that we in right now. Right now as we speak. As far as Esau taking out the YouTube videos, this is all right now.
Yeah. Because like this YouTube, man, like I said, they could cut this by the end of the year, you know, because now he's ramping up on flagging them channels now. So, you know, he got that season when he don't really mess with it. Then he got another season where he just take it all out, you know. So we may be coming up on that famine of the world real soon. But I'm guessing sooner than later, we're going to be off these platforms in a minute. It's just a matter of time. And when we off the streets for good, that's when the hell going to break loose. That's when people going to start trying to search out the prophets, man. You know? Hey, Shalom, Makim, how about you, man? Shabbat Shalom, Kakadash. Hey, brother Prince Yanazar 144K, the Isaiah 30 spirit, we quoted that earlier. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is with his treasure. Karnak, that's Yahweh precept. We made that example of the book of Eli earlier, man, when he was granted the power to fulfill that mission. And then a woman begged to be with him. You know, she wasn't vouching for no other cat out there because, hey, she knew that it was something special in him. You know, so all you women out there that may give brothers problems, you know, which, you know, you may be their ribs and shit, but you give them problems, you need to consider what this man is doing, what fight he's fighting. You know, instead of being that man's headache, you need to be his backbone and support system, because you gonna have to go through that if you keep disrespecting that man. You know, because brothers catching hell under these women, bro. The brother from Hawaii uploaded today. Stay away from the nigga woman. She's straight drama and trouble, bro. Stay away from her if you can, you know.
Nasty.
Right. Yeah, because they ain't gonna get it, man. They're not gonna get right. Then they're still in the midst of all this chaos. You know, you would think you could see what's going on, that should put the fear in them. Let me get right. Let me act right. But at the end of the day, no, they don't want to do it. They still want to hold on to what Esau has set up, his foundation, his standards, and still want to come in that Beyonce mindset. to the left, to the left. I can have another you in a minute. So for them, it's disrespect, disrespect, disrespect. And they got to continue to get off on that until the Lord is going to intervene. And that's the one thing you don't want to do. The scriptures say it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. And the way all the women got mowed over and got driven over on that video that came out, hey, that's coming. That's symbolic, man. It was a crowd. It was a parade of cheerleaders or something. They all got fucking ran down, man.
Mowed down.
That's and grannies.
And they was out there proud too, man. They just knew they was celebrating their Christmas and they sweet Jesus, as we call them, celebrating that garbage, man. They was out there and proud and folly, and judgment came on them right then and there. And then it'll be the same motherfuckers that say, hey, pray for us. But why would we pray for you when you're not upholding the feast of the Lord righteously?
Right.
Goddamn Christmas, man.
Yeah,
Well, ain't dealing with
Because
Christmas.
in the minds of these people, this is really like the first holiday season back, quote unquote, back from the dark movie of 2020. But everybody knows that better days are not ahead. You know what I'm saying? Even people outside of the truth are saying the same thing when it comes to America's economy, the military, and overall the morale and the morals of this place is gone, man. Like you walking out seeing all kind of madness and freak shit, man.
Yeah. That's why this place is known as confusion, Babal. That's why we say Babal, which, destruction to America, But verse 10, brother, keep going.
It says,
y'all brothers got other precepts, y'all bring them out. Man, and y'all gotta see Salakia because it's a little lag on the stream, so it sounds like brother kind of stepping all on each other's because it's a lag on the streams. So Salakia for that, man. Those you brothers out there that's listening.
This is verse 10. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. It says, tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and grid sackcloth upon your loins.
All right, now starting back at verse 10, and you got that in NLT version, bro?
Yeah, Khan. I got it. I'll read it. This is Isaiah 32 and 10 in NLT. It says, in a short time, just a little more than a year, you careless ones will suddenly begin to care. For your fruit crop will fail, and the harvest will never take place.
God. So all you women that say to your man that you don't give a fuck when they try to put you in order, hey, you didn't care, right? So that's going to apply to you.
Yeah, and being careless, that's very irresponsible. Knowing that all the situations that's about to unfold in this earth, that's the last thing you want to be is careless. But that's like the mindset that the Lord gave to the blind so that they can actually be fucked up when this shit actually happens. Like we just talking about that whole Christmas parade where a nigga just plowed through that shit like he was plowing snow. You know what I'm saying? Because what mindset did those people have? They were careless. They didn't care. They're like, fuck it, we out here, jigging, vibing, and got totally dismantled, put to death. And that's the mindset the Lord got on a lot of people, so that when the judgment comes, it could be severe. Because when you catch somebody in boxing, the hits you don't expect is the ones that knock you out.
That's how nigga Sean Porter got knocked out, man. He didn't see it coming.
Yeah, body shot your ass. Yeah, time.
That's right, man. Your pop. Hey, the brothers, they got a couple of precepts on the comment boards. The brother Gray Millstone, Daily Bread type Micah 7 and 8. It says, rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I should arise. And when I sit in darkness, the Lord should be a light unto me. That's right, because the scriptures tell us that that the Lord is going to exalt us in that end time. So we've been catching hell and being shitted on for the longest. But as we come to more understanding, and as this world declines and the world to come inclines, then people are going to start seeing the light in us, that we wasn't bug outs, that we were really teaching the truth, and that we was out here for the people. You know what I'm saying? Because even when they roll on certain brothers and put certain brothers in these internment facilities, the Lord is going to still be a light into them, because that's still a story that has to be written. So hey, yeah, Khan, y'all pop precept. And also the brother type Job 10 and 22. It says, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. That's right. Hey, the scriptures say, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. That's right here in Babylon. This is the land of darkness because all the works thereof is equated with sorcery, witchcraft. Like this whole Young Dolph thing and this whole Travis Scott thing happened within weeks of one another by high holy days on the left-hand side, like Halloween, Thanksgiving, etc. You know what I'm saying? So it says it's darkness itself because darkness represents being void of light, being without truth, being without the Lord. And as the shadow of death without any order, because there is no order. Women, they back talk. You got women that's in the truth that literally try to jump man to man, you know, which that's off. You can't be doing that. You know, you got you a man that you date in the truth or whatever, you got to stick with that man. You know, only how you free from the law of that man is if he dies. And you can't be wishing death on your husband just to get with another brother. That's wicked. You know, you chose to be with a wicked ass nigga, you know. But it says here, and where the light is as darkness, and we represent the darkness because we're known as I say terrorists, because we know Esau's little algorithm, you know, his little punk ass algorithm. He's always in his feelings. But I say the big T word. We're known as being in a cult. We're known as aggressive. They equated this guy that mowed through the crowd. They basically said the nigga was a pedophile, man. And they equated him with the black Hebrew Israelites. So you can see the type of narrative they're trying to paint. And we said it.
Right.
Hey, they gonna paint some bad pictures of us to the point it's gonna be like a witch hunt. How you know how they had them billboards and them wanted niggas $10,000 dead or alive? They gonna have the prophets' faces up there, man. You see these men apprehend on sight. And then these stupid ass people, they gonna fucking believe it. They might have what they call a deep fake of a brother, you know what I'm saying, with a color garment on, and they may have a sound bite and twist it. Before you know it, nigga, you just blew up downtown.
Right, Con. Yeah, remember Esau's deep fakes too, man. You know,
Yeah,
he's doing witchcraft on all sides. Like his idea of the liberal thing we talked about earlier is basically metaverse. You know, that's his idea of liberal, making people think they're free. You know, but it's really just another prison. You know what I'm saying?
I just see an example of that deep fake shit on this movie I was watching on Netflix. It's one of the new movies with The Rock, and the dude that played that role that played fucking Deadpool. Yeah, they showed you in that movie he had this tablet, and he used the deep fake tablet to put his face, to put another dude's face on his, to use the face recognition scanner to get into the vault to steal the fucking jewel.
Kind of saw that.
That shit was like, I was looking at that like, damn, they actually do got shit like that. So yeah, they're gonna be doing that shit to us brothers, man. They're gonna frame us for a lot of shit.
A lot of technology Esau got, he been had it, but he chooses a particular time to reveal it. That's why he got things like Agenda 21, Agenda 30. He puts all his technology out at a certain time as a part of his agenda. Like, look at all the metaverse shit. All these celebrities talking about NFTs. They're talking about linking up to a digital world. All this other shit because now's the time he wants to push that digital currency. A digital world goes hand in hand with a digital currency. How could you operate in a digital world without a digital form of money?
Yeah.
So that's why all this time. But it's not like it's new. It's not like, oh, this just doesn't happen. It's happening now because this is Esau's plans. And when you look at in the book of Daniel, it tells you in the last days knowledge shall be increased. So the rate of which Esau is coming up, it's just snowballing. It's going faster and faster.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, since we're going into that, the persecution a little bit, Uriah, could you get that precept where it speaks of that ministry be blameless? So that's really like all we have to do at this point because we all know how this devil gonna come. We all know what moves he gonna make. Only thing we got to do is keep our nose clean, man, and focus on his word. You got Jake out here doing extra stuff like reality shows, going to the shooting range, starting up unnecessary drama, going against the doctrine. That's another thing. All we got to do is just stick to what was taught and let the Lord work for us, man.
God.
This is 2 Corinthians 6:3. It says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
That's it. That's it, man. You ain't gotta go down to you know them dudes, Chief Ephraim. Every time something pop up, they gotta show their face, man. They gotta pull up like in that
Pop
like
up
that
boys.
DC situation. Yeah, pull up boys. Man, just hey, do the work, man. Cause like I said, the Lord gonna do the work for you. The heavy lifting.
Read one more verse. It says, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, and much patience, and afflictions, and necessities, and distresses, and stripes, and imprisonments, and tumults, and labors, and watchings, and fastings.
Yeah, you got it.
So, you know, that's basically the thing that we need to be focused on, man. You know, like not doing all of this extra shit. You know, because it's really easy for Satan to pull you off into something. You know, and you end up doing some shit that's the minute the Lord get blamed on, man. You see how easy it is for him to create deep fakes or just make up a narrative to pin something on you, you know. So brothers gotta be circumspect, you know, just do the work, keep your head down, you know. Don't get faint. Read in Ezra it says you're walking on a plank, water's on one side and fire's on the other side, man. You're not gonna be doing cartwheels and fancy flips and shit. You know, you're gonna be walking as straight as possible so you don't fall off, you know.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, broad, it says, narrow is the path, broad is the way that leads to destruction. A lot of you Israelites are taking, you know, you're falling by the wayside. You know, like you got two powerful elements, fire and water, like the brother went into. You ain't got no room to jump and play hopscotch. You basically on a tightrope getting across that. So, like the brother was saying, you got to be extra circumspect. But as we being circumspect, you still gonna have Jakes in the truth that's gonna do uncircumspect things, man. Like the brother Taz was going into about the pull-up boys. Why would you call yourself that? The pull-up boys. Like you got Jake that's in the truth, but they still hold on those philosophies of the world. Yeah, I'm an evil Israelite, but you know, as long as I can make it look cool, look, man, squad all that shit, man. All right, the Lord ain't with all that. There ain't nothing wrong with being who you are, but at the same time, like, bro, a person should know if you mean spiritual business or you just playing games.
Right. A lot of niggas just want to be celebrities, man.
Yeah.
But hey, you read about that in the book of Maccabees? The dude who wanted to, you know, charge before everybody else got his ass killed by a fucking elephant, man. So that's what, you know, trying to be a celebrity, trying to get a notable name does for you, man. Leads you to an early grave.
Right.
Like some men we know.
Niggas at Sakari, man.
Dang, that's the spirit.
They're wicked as hell, man.
Hey, call her lawyer. How about you, Shy, brothers? It said Thanksgiving Day power cuts happening to tens of thousands in Southern California.
Call her, how about you, Shy? That's judgment, man. That's another article too. Apparently, like 52 people or more got killed in a fucking mine explosion.
Today?
Some shit went wrong, and yeah, today.
You said how many? How many people?
Like over 52 people in a mine. They were mining some shit, and it went wrong in that tunnel and killed 52 people. It was an explosion today.
Yeah, some like months to figure out how many people actually died. They got to like go through the rocks and shit.
Yeah, they got to dig, so they probably gonna find more bodies, man. That's a scary way to go out. You mining in a fucking mine and that shit blows up. Yeah, it killed all the motherfuckers, man. That's crazy.
But you know, in mining, they be having sticks of dynamite in there, man.
God.
You know, a stick of dynamite. You get hit with dynamite, man. That'll shit, your head to be over there somewhere.
Right.
But yeah. So let's get back to that precept. Unless any brothers got some any more precepts, let's finish on this Isaiah. We'll be shutting down here in a minute.
Yeah. This is Isaiah 32. It says, verse 12. It says, "They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briers, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city."
Right. The joyous city is America. Like we just got the article. It says tens of thousands of people. Thanksgiving holiday is going to be disrupted, and you got some people that's still cooking. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that food they may have to throw away. You know, and if you ain't got power, then your refrigerator is not working, and then you got all that pork and ham hocks and dressing and all that shit. You gonna have to put that shit on ice or give it away. You know, but Jake, man, they ain't giving away no food. You know, because niggas are gluttons. But hey, it's through the Spirit of the Lord, man. This place is finished. You know, this place is done. You people don't have no hope. This is you're attempting to live back some form of normalcy, like this guy Parsons. They won in court yesterday that the whole Missouri face diaper mandate is banned. It's done away with. You ain't got to wear it no more. That's nothing more but the division, because you're gonna have these smaller municipalities like Kansas City that's gonna still enact that fucking rule, which is gonna piss a lot of people off.
Right.
So they setting y'all up for failure, because you got just as many beta male simps in Kansas City, Missouri. You got just as many patriots out here. It's like a division.
God.
And you go back to the word teats. The teats means like a breast. A teat is like basically a breast, like nourishment. You take a baby, you put on your breast, and she gets the nourishment. That's why it says for the pleasant fields and the fruitful vines, because the child support systems, the jobs, they're going to realize when they took that WAP and they still lose their jobs, they're going to realize that they did this shit in vain. Then they're going to be mad at everybody else but their own dumbass self. And these are a lot of motherfuckers that's going to go looking for Biden and these politicians, Lucas, and these governors. There's going to be a lot of people that went down there and took that madness, man. Because they thought they did it in good faith as to getting things back on track. But if they listened to the words of the Most High through the prophets, they would have known that that wasn't the case. They should have just stuck with what the prophets were telling them. But that's not how it's written in the story.
God.
Go ahead. I think that's, yep. Go down. This whole chapter is really good, but let's go down to like verse 13, man, and then we'll kind of wrap it up from there.
God. It says, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briers, yea, upon all the houses of joy and the joyous city, because the places shall be forsaken, the multitude of the city shall be left, the forts and towers shall be dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks.
You know what happens? A thorn and briars come up when land is abandoned. Like you see the overgrown weeds over pavement and stuff. That happens when a land is abandoned. So the Lord is saying He's going to empty out these cities. To a majority of people, these cities are going to actually die. They're going to get sent off to World War III. They're going to get killed by Lord knows what. Whether it be, look what happened. Lord could bring this judgment all kind of different fucking ways, man. He could send. Look at what happened to Egypt. It was 500 people stung by scorpions, man. So you can have animals killing you. He's gonna, and this is what the Lord is gonna do. He's gonna have animals killing people. He's gonna have people killing each other. He's gonna have the military killing people. It's just gonna be all around death, which is gonna be unleashed.
God.
God. I got a precept real quick. This is the book of 2 Andrews 16 and 22. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay, going into famine, pestilence, this current food crisis, which this is all manufactured. All right, this is not a natural famine. There's still food, but Esau, he's controlling the narrative. Somebody getting a call?
I'm good.
All right. And reading here, and it says here, for many of them, we read that, but verse 23, it says, and the dead should be cast out as dung, and there should be no man to comfort them, for the earth should be wasted, and the city should be casted down. Going back to the precept we just read in Isaiah 32 about how these cities are going to be desolate and wilderness. You'll have overpasses that's growing tumbleweeds, crabgrass, trees growing up in the middle of highways, because in the time of martial law, a lot of times they're giving orders to blow bridges to kind of control or kind of contain everybody in one condensed area. They showed you that in The Dark Knight Rises when they didn't want the people escaping to the next bureau. They blew the bridge and they made everybody hostage on one side. And, you know, Kansas City is split up between two sides. You got the north and the south, you know, which southwest and southeast being on the south side, and northwest and northeast being up north. But you got a dividing line, which is the Missouri River, that split the city in half. And if they blow that bridge, then the people that's up north can't come south, vice versa.
God.
And it reads here, And it says, there shall no man be left to till the earth and to sword, and the trees should give fruit, but who shall gather them? Right, because it's not going to be people left. People going to be dead. Dead should be cast out as dung. And it reads, it says, the grapes shall ripen, and who should tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, going back to what the brother was saying, because you're going to have men that's getting dropped at all. Men are going to die from heart attacks, from wild animals, martial law, little pocket skirmishes, gang wars, proxy wars, all that shit. And it says, so that one man should desire to see another and to hear his voice. For a city there should be left 10, and 2 of a field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. Right. Out of a whole city is going to appear to be 10 men left, because men going to be on posts. They're going to be hiding, ducking. They're going to be looting shit. It's going to be a damn bloodbath out here, man. You know?
Ain't gonna be no Astro World festivals, man, in these days. Ain't gonna be no Friday, Saturday night, everybody waiting to get in the club in these days, man. It's gonna get real survivalish.
And people are so quick to forget. We already had this situation play out a year ago when they put everything down. They shut down literally every fucking thing in America, man. The sports, the concerts, a lot of people's jobs got shut down behind the big V.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not far-fetched that these things can happen overnight once again.
Yeah, God. And speaking on we were saying the things are gonna be left uninhabited, man. Once the working class, the middle class, bro, if they not, maintaining this society, watch how bad things get, man. You're gonna have trash fucking everywhere. People, walking out the street, you're gonna have shit, dead bodies everywhere. That's what the scriptures say, man. That's what the Edomites gonna be doing. They first task in slavery is cleaning up dead bodies, because everybody gonna be so worried about saving their own ass. They gonna be stepping over little grandmas, little aunties, little nieces, little babies, man. That's just gonna, what the scripture says, is gonna be dung on the face of the earth.
God.
That's right. Shit, brothers type some good precepts here, man. The brother tell y'all Shirala, Psalms 20 and 22. It says, say not thou, I will recompense evil, but will wait on the Lord, and he should save thee. That's right. We're not going to take matters to our own hand like those other counts we was getting to earlier. Ezekiel 14 and 13, it says, son of man, when a land sinneth against me by transgressing grievously, which a major transpass is the trans T shit that's going on now. Basically, you can become something else, if y'all know what I mean. That's a heavy transpress that's more than justified on this place getting wiped out. That sin alone is enough for America to get destroyed, because that's such a heavy and a common thing. It's not hidden anymore. Everybody is doing it.
Yeah, it's in the law in the military even,
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And it says here, I will stretch out my hand upon it and will break the staff of bread thereof and will send famine upon it and will cut off man and beast for men. And the Lord is breaking the staff of bread right now, which is the famine. All right. Because even though you do have food, but how long could that food sit in those containers before that shit go bad?
Right.
No.
So they got to make a move quick. They don't get this shit contained and stored properly, then hey, it will be a shortage, a real shortage, because Esau is not going to allow trucks to come in and out of the city when he besieged everything. It's not going to happen. That's right. So anyway, it's more on that precept down here. I mean, the whole chapter, matter of fact, I'm going to read down to like 32, 34, and then we can shut it down after that, because this is a good chapter. The whole thing is pretty good. But anyway, going down, it says, as in an orchard, verse 29, of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered together, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days, there should be 3 or 4 left by them that searches their houses with the sword. So people are going to literally be going around with guns, machetes, Uzis, lynch mobs, man. And that's the spirit. I was watching the first Purge again last night. And when they called in the mercenaries for hire, the Blackwater troops, they stormed the island of Stein Island. You had fucking KKK out there. You had militias, martial law. You had Russians out there, spatting ass, all kicking in Jake's door, gunning them down, house by house. And it It says, and the earth should be laid waste, and the field thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man should travel there through. Meaning that these cities are gonna look like fucking nature, like nature palaces again. You know, downtown Kansas City and Chicago, you literally gonna have vines growing out of these skyscrapers, man. Blackouts in the cities, deers and wildlife really living in the corporate buildings that you once worked and took pride in.
God.
That's right. They show you that in I Am Legend. Remember they had the lions running through the city.
Mm-hmm.
Just here in this city, a zoo with lions and tigers, and African wild dogs, and hippopotamuses. All is here. So when there ain't, and wolves. You think about it, when there's nobody to keep them, when the human population starts going down from people starvation and dying from warfare, then that's when the wild animals are going to move in. And actually, to get eaten alive by an animal, man, that's one of the worst ways to die, man. The motherfuckers, I just seen a wildebeest got ate by some lions. They started from the legs up, and they started eating this motherfucker legs. Is before you know that they eat balls and all of that shit, man. So that's going to happen to a lot of people.
And that's crazy, because usually lions, they're merciful. They'll just go for the neck and kill you instantly before they eat you. Show you the Lord is putting a fierce spirit on these animals, man. Like what's homeboy that got ate alive in his girlfriend? He used to hunt the grizzly. They used to call him the grizzly man or some shit. They had a live footage of him being ate alive by a fucking bear. And the Most High said that he was going to meet these people as a bear bereaved of our cubs, man. So the Lord raised, hey, you got 800 active black bears in Missouri alone. You got bears literally 30, 40 minutes outside the city, bro.
Yeah, it's got so bad. Esau, speaking on that bear, Esau had a fucking bear hunting season. They ain't had that shit in like 50 years, man. But out here in Missouri, it's getting like that, man. Getting like that. So on that precept bro was reading, it's describing, low population in cities. So watch how fast it take for the Lord to just do away with 100,000 people, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like nothing, because these people are already not in their right mind. They already got chemicals in their body. You know what I'm saying? They're already under stress. Jake in the hood, they looking for a reason to blow somebody away. You know what I'm saying?
Con. That's right, bro. And brother said that brother Gray Millstone, he said he just discovered a new C119 variant in South Africa. See? This shit ain't gonna never end, man. Ain't gonna never end. That's why they were talking about it's something called SPARS. It's basically a simulation that Bill Gates and these top moguls came out with, I think back in 2017. And they're talking about between 2025 and 2028. SARS is more like a smallpox type thing. And we know the effect that smallpox has on people. We've seen that firsthand around this time, 400 plus years ago, when Esau killed the Native Americans, which are the tribes of Gad and Reuben and Issachar and Ephraim, Manasseh, okay, the indigenous tribes of the land. So they're talking about another type outbreak such as that, which I believe they may release some type of bioagent, man, because all these diseases are man-made. They're made in a goddamn lab, man. Like out there in the we can't say it, but the 3-letter word down in Atlanta, which was responsible for the outbreak for the Walking Dead, they contain and they patent and they can release viruses.
Yeah.
That's why it's called for disease control, because they control the shit. Common sense, if you can pick up that narrative, you can understand what that is, then why the hell are you're listening to the people that's putting out the dogma, man, when they clearly control it?
That's right.
God.
Yeah, Bill Gates called it John Wars, man. Yep. But shit, anyway, I'm gonna finish all the way down. Matter of fact, 33, it says the virgins, which is you young women, shall have no bridegrooms, and the women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers, because all you young niggas out there, you tough O-block type, man, look, you going to fight World War III, or you gonna off yourselves, or you gonna get gunned down. Most of you gonna just get gunned down by Esau Edom, because Esau he ain't gonna put up shit from you niggas, man. You niggas you're low level. You all about the drill shit. Most High is gonna do away with you through this fucking white man. And all you little peasy head black women out there that's all for this system, you're gonna be trying to crawl and jump in the arms of the man of the Lord or a man you think that's gonna protect you, and you're gonna get rejected in that day. Especially if you were scoffing against his truth. In reading, it says, "In the war shall the bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine." So hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. And this is why we're teaching you these things. We understand them because you don't. So therefore, we have to spoon feed it to you. All right. And that's all I got on that, man. So I mean, brothers, y'all can land back on that, and y'all can go whichever way y'all need to go, with it.
Yeah, I mean, with everything being said, we obviously opened up into Isaiah 32 because that really gives you a broad picture of everything that's going on. Because, it started off by saying the preciousness of a man. You say a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. And then it goes into this devil getting villainy. You know what I'm saying? Turning evil. But it's also warning these women because these are the people the women are the ones that are most comfortable and that benefit the most out of this system. But everything is about to do a complete 180, as you all about to find out.
That's right, bro. They say the tables are turning. Brothers are getting ready to get that power, man. We're getting ready to be fortified in the Lord. We're getting ready to get that standard lifted through us. The Lord is increasing it. You can just tell by the vibes people give. People are noticing this truth is starting to stand out. Even if you don't realize it, other people, they're seeing something that you may not potentially see as of yet.
Wow.
No, you good. But anyway, y'all brothers got any last precepts? We can roll them out. Other than that, man, we're going to shut it down.
I ain't got nothing.
You got something, bro? You got something, bro? All right, man. Well, yeah, brothers type some good comments, man, and stuff like that. But hey, man, we're going to close out and give all praises. Hold up 1 second. I had the brother in. Give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh. Double honor to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessed salutation to the whole elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Barakatham to the Akim and Akwatium on the comment board. Stay prayed up. We almost out. Shalom.
Shalom.